So we're here in New York, just got done crushing some sushi here with Dad. But I got to do two crazy cool, oh look at this dude back here, legend. But I got to do two really cool interviews with these ladies about abortion. They're great. I'm super happy they spent the time with me because I'm a big loser, so don't know why they talked to me, but they did. So watch these. The questions that were brought up and the conversations we had were awesome. So go ahead and watch these.
All right, so abortion is a right in America as of now.
Yeah.
Do you think, and we're in New York City, it's the capital of abortion. Do you think that it should be a right that a woman has?
I think so. I think that everyone should be able to have the choice.
Yeah.
I think that a woman should have the right to her own body. And I do understand though, like, you know, with like men, like still his child as well, so I get it. But I still think a woman should be able to have the right to her own body.
So when does life begin for you? Like, when do you think a child then becomes like a real human?
I guess I would say at conception,
Okay.
you know, because I mean, it's a fetus. Like, yes, it does need the woman to live, can't like just live by itself, but it's still a living thing, just like how we say cells are living and stuff, everything.
So at conception, are you saying that it's technically alive, like a plant is alive, or is
Yeah.
so then when does it become a human being?
Oh, that's what you're asking? Okay.
Yeah.
So then at birth, that's what I...
So like
when
location.
it's, like hospital.
Okay. So like location between in the womb and out of the womb
Out of the
is yeah. So like the difference is just like a location, right? So location determines life.
Yeah, I guess.
So if I'm here and then I'm here, does that location determine the difference between my life?
No.
Like what location determines life?
I guess you're living anywhere, like no matter what, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and so I'm just trying to understand your logic behind like the baby's fully developed baby. It has
Yeah.
the same amount of fingers, the same amount of heartbeat,
Yeah.
the same amount of everything in the womb
Yeah.
that it would outside the womb.
True.
What's the difference?
Well,
I just don't understand.
Okay, so I say that the difference is that like the baby as it's growing like in the womb, it can't really live without the mother though, right?
So like if like in a C-section, then
Yeah.
it's taken out, then even outside that woman would be alive.
Yeah.
So what's the difference?
I don't understand what you mean.
So like what's the difference between a baby outside the womb and a baby inside the womb then?
There is no difference.
So they're both human beings?
Yeah.
So a baby inside the womb is a human being as the same as a baby outside the womb.
Yeah.
So then killing a baby inside the womb would be the same as killing a baby outside the womb.
I guess.
So then
So I guess I don't think it's the same thing. I don't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then what's the difference then? Do you see what I'm saying?
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah. I don't know. I just think that like also too, I don't know. I guess you're right. But I still think it should be like your own choice.
Right. I think that's an argument a lot of people bring up.
Yeah.
But if you now that you agree with me
Yeah.
that it's the same thing that
Yeah.
murder, so would it be my choice? It would be my choice to go
Yeah.
murder someone right now. But would it be
But you
legal?
should do it,
But would it be legal?
But it is different though. It is. Like it's
How?
So
Because if it's the
like-
exact same, like you just admitted, then it's not.
Yeah, it is different though because like think about it. So you get pregnant, right? Like what about like plan B and like stuff like that? Like you know what I mean? Like even if like
So I believe life begins at conception. So
Yeah.
if you conceive and then kill that, I would consider that a murder. So I would consider Plan B a murder as well.
okay. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it just depends on your opinion. But I mean, I guess it is technically murder. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Which it's like justified murder basically, which is kind of sad, but
Yeah, and so that breaks my heart.
Yeah.
And so I don't want to see
Yeah.
little babies being murdered because I believe it is a baby.
I get it too, but do you ever think like so what like I mean some children end up in like foster care and like stuff like that and
Yeah.
they're constantly going through homes and like I guess that is better than death in some way,
Yeah.
but like I don't know, some people just aren't fit to have children, you know what I mean?
So I believe in every other option than
Yeah.
killing that child.
Yeah.
Every other option. I just don't think that to put someone in, if you believe someone's going to be in a really bad situation, why kill them, right?
Yeah.
So if you like kind of look at the parallel outside the womb, then I look at the same inside the womb.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. I really appreciate you. What's your name?
Lauren.
Lauren. It's really nice meeting
What's
you.
your Instagram?
It's called 128 Thing.
128.
128. Like 128.
Okay. I'll follow.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah.
Have a good night. She's really sweet.
Yeah, she's great. And so abortion is a right in America. Do you think it should be?
I think it should be freedom of choice, whatever the girl wants.
Right. So do you think it would be like maybe hateful to tell a woman what to do, what she can and can't do with her body?
I think again, like she should have her own freedom of choice.
Right.
Yeah.
So like for you, when does life begin for you?
Life begins.
Yeah. When
I'm
is it
saying-
conception? Is it a heartbeat? When does a child become a child?
Oh, you mean for okay?
Yeah. When
so
does life begin in a womb?
you're talking about like someone else's life. When am I?
Yeah. So like when does a human life begin? Right.
I think for me personally, when you hear the baby's heartbeat, I mean it's. Yeah.
So once the heart starts beating, then that's when you think a life begins.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So a heart starts beating in a womb at 17 days. So any abortion after 17 days, would that then be killing a life?
I mean, technically speaking, yeah.
So technically speaking, then would it be a murder?
A murder? This is serious.
Yeah. I'm just trying to help think through it. Because if it's a human life, like you said, if it's a human life and I killed my dad, that would be a murder, right? So then if it's a human life, what's the difference then?
Well, I
Should
mean,
it be treated as the same?
I feel like it's up to the woman, whoever's going through that particular situation at the moment.
So then if I'm going through like a situation and I do you think does any situation give me the right to murder somebody?
Well,
Ever?
I mean that's the good thing about freedom of choice, right? Like I mean in that sense, because
So I could choose to murder someone, right?
No, I
That could be a
mean-
choice.
that's not what I'm saying.
Right.
What I'm saying is that I mean the baby hasn't come out yet, so
So then the baby's not a life inside the womb then, even if it has a heartbeat.
that was my personal choice. You asked me if I had a personal
Right.
what my personal thought was.
Yeah.
It. So, I mean, our personal feelings are going to be different.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if your personal, I'm sorry.
Like 2.5 drinks in. This is way too serious for me.
I feel that. No, I think it's great. I believe that a heartbeat is a life too. But I'm just trying to get you to think through. So if you believe that a heartbeat is a life, and then you end that heartbeat, then would that be murder? Because I mean, logically, yes, it would.
I just feel like there's so much rape in the world
Yeah.
that in that particular situation I feel like the woman should have that personal decision when it comes to rape, especially.
So if it's not a rape, then is it still okay to kill a child after a heartbeat, even if it's not a rape?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's tough.
It is tough.
I'm just trying to help people
Yeah,
think
no, it's-
through and things
no,
like that.
it's
'Cause,
definitely
I mean, if you agree that like it's a heartbeat and then you kill a child, then it's like two parallels can't be the same.
100% you have reasoning.
Yeah,
Is
so I'm
what you're
just trying
saying.
to-
Yeah.
But
It
thank
makes
you very
so
much
much
for
sense.
interviewing me. Do it with me. I appreciate